todos, Michelle here with another video on questions that I get asked within the comment section. So one of those questions that I get asked is if I translate words like when I'm watching and listening to videos or any all input in Spanish. And so the answer is I started to translate when I first started doing comprehensible input with like the super beginner and beginner level Spanish videos. And what I noticed is that when I was like stopping the video to translate a word that I didn't know, it was just taking me so much longer to even get through the video because it was literally like stop or play, pause. And I remember doing that also when I started watching Alma's Way. When I first started my journey with comprehensible input, I would listen and I didn't understand a lot of what the show was about, like the comprehending part. And then when I catch a word, I'd write it down, I pause, and then I'd go ahead and translate it. And at that point, it was just taking me so long to get through, whether if it was a Dreaming Spanish video or Alma's Way, because that's what I started watching when I first started my journey with Dreaming Spanish. And so with that being said, I believe Pablo says like not to translate it in the beginning either. So what I had to do is like, I had to take a step back and really trust the process, because I felt like I was like, I want to get to this level so fast. So if I know these words, it's going to happen even faster. And really what I had to do was take a step back and trust the process and say, okay, I don't need to translate. Just continue to listen. Like, you're going to learn. And I think for me, that was trusting myself that I was going to learn and start to comprehend things that I'm like, but I don't even know what that word means. So that was my own stuff that I had to get through and move through in order to come out on the other side. And I'm like, wow, I really didn't need to translate. Like, I pick up on it. And that's what I love so much about the super beginner and beginner videos, because the teachers who are teaching, they're using their whiteboard, they're drawing. So there's that way to identify like words to an image and be like, okay, casa means house or whatever it may be. And so I really think that helped me, along with going into watching Peppa Pig as well, because I felt like some of the things are on the simple level. And there's some words in Peppa Pig that I was like, I don't even know what that means. So yes, I started to translate, and then I figured I need to trust this process. And so I stopped translating. Now, as I'm probably like 350 or so hours at this point, I don't know the exact number. I haven't looked like just recently as I'm making this video. But now when I'm listening to something, because I'm picking up majority of like the sentences that are being said or talked about, if I do hear a word, and usually if I'm watching videos at my computer, I will then go to Google Translate and translate the word to see like what it means. Usually if I'm watching it on my phone, I don't translate, because then it's like I have to get out of the app and then go into my Google Translate app, and I'm like, I kind of don't want to do it unless the word keeps popping up multiple times within that conversation, and I'm like, I still don't get the context of what this word is with the sentences that keep happening. And for me, that is definitely when I'll look up the word and use Google Translate to see like what is the definition of this word. So I find it helpful now just because I'm picking up so many more words in the sentence. So, and also those words that I don't know, they're becoming so much clearer. So I can like spell it out and sound it out as to like, okay, I don't know what this word means, but I can sound it out, and I can then like type it out in Google Translate and figure out what that word means. And it's like, oh, so that's been my journey and my process with translating. Is in the beginning, I just saw that it was just taking too much of my time to translate words. And so trusting the process there. And then now that my comprehension has definitely improved, I now hear those words, and I now use translating depending on like where I'm at. If I'm like at my computer, it's easy to just type. If I'm on my phone, maybe I won't do it. So it all just depends. But that's my journey with translations. Let me know how your experiences has been with using translations or translating words through your comprehensible input experience. And until next time, well, first, I hope you guys are all doing well. And keep up the good work. And until next time, ciao.